Shake that body. Get down.
Hello, welcome back to ADSR Pro with me, Mike Smith. I thought I would do a up-to-date tutorial on parallel compression within Cubase Pro 8. So I've got a basic drum loop here. What we're going to do is we're going to put that into a group, and then we're going to create an additional parallel compression group. So let's get started. First of all, F4, and we'll add a group, and let's call this drum bus. Go into our mixer, F3, and what I'm going to do, let's first of all just move that over. Let's put that in the middle. So there's our drum bus, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send all our percussion. Now I'm not going to send my kick drum, and that's just my personal preference. I don't really send my kick drum to a drum bus. My kick always goes to the master output or my pre-master output, depending on how I'm working. But when it comes to a drum bus, basically all I do is I'll put everything percussion orientated apart from the kick into it. So if I solo my drum bus now, that's what's going through. There's my kick, but that's going straight to the master. So again, personal preference. I just do it that way because that's how I'm used to working. So on the inserts of this drum bus, we'll just put a gentle compression. So we'll just use the Cubase stock compressor. We'll put a ratio 2, quite long attack, quite long release, take the hold off, bring it down to peak, and just apply. There we go, we've got about 2.4 dB of gain reduction. We'll take that off, and we'll make it up that way. So there you go, nothing drastic. Again, I didn't really do anything particular. I just thought we'd put a bit of gentle compression so you can hear a bit of compression on there. So let's bypass it. Nothing drastic, you know, that might be what you do. What we'll do now is press F4 again, and we'll create another group. However, this time we will call this para drums. So this is our parallel compression drum group. So open our mixer again. I'm just going to move that across. So what we need to do now is send a signal from our drum bus into our parallel drum bus. So using the sends, what we can do is select our parallel drum group and turn that on, and now that sends a signal out of here into our parallel drums, effectively duplicating it. So if we listen again, I'll mute the parallel one. So you can hear there, basically it's just increased the volume so it kind of sounds better. But what we'll do, if I right click on the send, I'm actually going to move this to pre-fader. Now the reason I've done that is because it allows us to turn the volume down of our drum bus without reducing the volume that's going to the parallel drum bus. So if I turn this down, there you go, you can still hear the parallel drums. The reason being, this allows us now to hear the compression that we're putting onto this drum bus. So go to the inserts, and we'll go to dynamics, and let's use, again, let's just use the stock Cubase compressor for this tutorial. So now this time what we're going to do is slam this. We're going to take soft knee off, so it's a hard knee. We'll leave the threshold, we'll take hold off, we'll bring release down, we'll put it onto peak, and let's just have a listen to what the compressor's doing to this now. So you can hear there the drums are massively squashed. So what we'll do now, we'll turn this one down and put this one back up. So there's our normal compressed drums. Now what we'd do is we would add our parallel drum compression to taste. So that's normal. That's with our parallel. Now you can hear there straight away, it's thickened everything up, it's made things sound very, very different to the original one. It's put additional transients in there, and that really is the idea behind parallel compression. Now obviously we've only just used the 2 Cubase compressions. You can also add to this by, let's say, putting on a EQ. So let's put Pro Q onto the parallel compression group, and just bring the drum bus fader down so we can hear what we're doing. Now what we could do is say, I want to bring a bit of the bottom end out of that so it's not too muddy. I want to maybe increase that region. Let's roll off some of the super highs. And we'll maybe take a chunk out of there. This, I'm just guessing here just to make it sound completely different so you'll hear. So again, let's bring that down. Let's bring our drum bus back up. So there's our normal drums. Add in a bit of parallel compression now. So you can hear there, massive difference. But let's not stop there. Let's add, let's say, some distortion on our parallel group, and in this time we'll use a quadrafuzz. Now this is the new Cubase quadrafuzz, and this absolutely destroys things. So let's have a drum group fuzz, and let's have a listen to this. Again, I'll bring the drum bus down so we can hear what's happening. So there you can hear that's destroyed that. Let's turn the delay off so we don't have any of those delays. Right, so that's pretty destroyed. Let's bring that down again, turn our drum bus back up. So there's our normal drums. Let's add a bit of our parallel drums back in. So you can hear there, drastic difference. That's maybe a bit too much. Let's try and just apply some gentle. That's quite nice. Let's bring that down a little bit on this one. So again, drop that down, bring our drum bus back up. So there's our normal drum loop. Bring the parallel drum bus back in. Now let's widen that actually. So let's go to spatial and we'll put the stereo enhancer on, and let's have a look at this, see where it's at. Put more width on it. So there you go, just a few different little things to do with parallel compression. Again, I've not been precise in any way. The idea is just to show you that, you know, you're not limited just by applying compression to your parallel compression. You can apply EQ, you can apply distortion, stereo width, reverb, effects, you know, anything, and just keep adding just a little bit of it. I'm obviously bringing quite a lot back in so you can hear the difference between the two. But from where we started, which was a nice clean drum loop, can hear there, you can bring in different dynamics, different tonal qualities, and you're not detracting too much from the original. All you're doing is beefing it up. This of course works well not just on drums. You can use it on synth pads, leads, vocals especially works really well to thicken up your vocals and apply different effects to the vocals. So don't be limited and don't be put off using parallel compression, because it's a very, very good and effective tool. So hope you found this tutorial useful, and until next time, bye bye.
Check that body.